Hello, my friends. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded the last video. In fact, I think it's half a year ago that I was active on this channel. Yeah, time went by quite fast, I have to say. And I was occupied with different things. I was just not in the mood to make any videos. This was partly due to a finger injury. Which dates back to October, I think, and it took a little bit longer than expected, around 3 months, until I could climb properly again. But also I started with a master's program here in Graz at the university in October, and this also kept me occupied. But still, within the last month, I was thinking about making some new videos, and in fact I already prepared some videos, and I wanted to put the focus more on rock climbing again. And yeah, now I'm sitting here in a kind of a special situation. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's everywhere right now, but yeah, it's kind of strange times right now. We have to stay at home, and especially as a climber, this is not that easy, I have to say, but of course if it helps in any way, then I will stay at home. Yeah, this is also a good point for this video. I thought I would like to talk a little bit about the training that I'm doing at home right now, and I will show you a weekly training plan that I prepared for myself, and then I will also talk a little bit about the single sessions on this training plan, and I think I will go into more detail in further videos for each training session, because the plan consists of several different sessions which are spread across the whole week. And also I will upload some of the videos that I've already prepared. I think one of the videos is about quite a cool 80 plus route that I climbed in Slovenia a few weeks ago. And then I've also 2 more videos about bouldering in St. Radegund, which is a small crag close to Graz. Yeah, and apart from that, of course, I cannot do any outdoor climbing videos right now, but I will also do that as soon as possible, probably or hopefully around mid-April, when we're allowed to go outdoor climbing again. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the training plan I was talking about. Okay, here we are. I prepared a small sketch of my weekly training, or to be more precise, of one training block, and I will do 2 of these blocks each week with 1 rest day in between. Alright, so when it comes to training, I always say it's a very personal matter, and please don't just copy this, but rather listen to your body and keep in mind how long you have been climbing, keep in mind what your current state of training is, and try to find a program which fits your personal needs. And I hope that this plan is going to help you a little bit. Maybe you find the one or the other idea, or maybe you might structure your training similarly to the way I did it. Alright, so let's just jump straight into it. I usually start on Monday with a Beastmaker hangboard session, and I will do 1-arm hangs with 2 different grip types. I'll do 3-finger open and 4 fingers half crimp. Then in the afternoon on Monday I'll do some yoga. I have to say I kind of discovered yoga maybe half a year ago, and I'm still very bad at it, but I think it's a great addition to climbing because it's a lot of pushing and a lot of stabilizing with your shoulders, all things which are also important in climbing. And in addition to that, it helps you with your flexibility. Okay, then on Tuesday morning I'll also do yoga, and then in the afternoon I'll do pull-up variations. And these pull-up variations should somehow simulate a bouldering session. So I'll do around 6 to 8 pull-ups on a different set of holds for each series. So I think that it's very important to keep the variety high when doing this kind of training, because especially now when we don't have access to a climbing wall and when we can only utilize a hangboard for training, then automatically the variety goes down dramatically, because in comparison to real climbing, hangboard training is very monotone. You can't simulate side pulls, underclings, and you have no feet obviously, so you're already very limited. And I think it's important, if you want to simulate real climbing, to keep the variety as high as possible within this limited range of possibilities. Yeah, and then on Wednesday I'll do core session. Core means for me I will do a set of leg raises, I'll work on my front lever, and then I'll also do some exercises with a sling trainer with the TRX. And in the afternoon I do extensive repeaters, which should in some way get you pumped. So the idea was to replicate the stimulus that you would get from a rope climbing session where you get really pumped. And to achieve this, you usually need lower intensities and longer times of effort. So you have to hang for longer, but with lower intensities to get this kind of pump that you get when you're climbing with a rope. And on Thursday, that's more or less my active rest day. I'll go running in the morning, and then I'll do some yoga in the afternoon again. And then on Friday, I'll start all over again with the Beastmaker session, and then I'll proceed like this through the whole week. And maybe one or two words about why I structured the training block like this. So first of all, I tried to simulate the different kinds of climbing that I would normally do. I mean, I have to say that I did some more extensive training the weeks before. So right now my focus is more on maximal power. And if I had a climbing gym available, I would do a lot of bouldering, and I would also do some hangboarding and maybe some campusing. And I think I would go to the climbing gym or to the rope climbing gym once a week to do some sport climbing. And that's what I tried to replicate with this block. So I have obviously the Beastmaker one arm hangs here, which I would do anyways. Then I have the pull-up variations, which, as I said, should somehow replicate the stimulus of a bouldering session. Then I have some core here, which is important, I think, because on a hangboard, when you're hanging, you don't really engage your core as much as you do when you're climbing. And since I cannot climb right now on a wall, I added this session. And these extensive repeaters should replicate the one rope climbing session that I would do anyways once a week. Yeah, and on the rest days I would go running and do yoga anyways. So that's why I chose these sessions. And now maybe one more remark about the order. So I tried to go from high intensity to low intensity within one block. So I think that's the classical way to structure a training block, because when you're fresh you want to do all these very strenuous max power exercises, and when you're getting tired from the training, then you might do some more extensive things, but not these really hard one arm hangs, for example. So yeah, I will start with high intensity, and then throughout the week, I think, or throughout the training blocks, the intensity decreases. For example, this Beastmaker session here is for sure a very intensive one, so I'll mark it pink. If pink is for high intensity, then these pull-up variations, I would say they are yellow, so medium intensity, as well as the core and TRX session. And then the extensive repeaters are obviously not that intensive. Extensive. Extensive repeaters, yeah. Yeah, that's it more or less. That's the structure of my training that I'm doing right now and that I'm going to follow for the next weeks. And I'm also planning to do further videos where I go into more detail for each of these sessions here. I won't do any videos about yoga because I don't think I'm qualified in any way to do that, but I think it might be interesting to go into more detail for these sessions here. All right, I hope this helped you in some way, or it gave you one or two ideas for your own training right now, and I wish you a wonderful day and stay healthy.